everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and thank you for joining me as we go over episode 29 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime series. An episode that I personally really enjoyed, as it built up more of our side characters, showcased off another antagonist in the form of Kanzaki Galliant, who could give Gakuto a chance to shine in the future, being that a rivalry looked to be set up between the two characters thanks to the way the duel ended. Plus, the comedy overall I thought was really enjoyable and fun to watch. But poor Kaizo, he does get mistreated quite a lot. So then let's start off with the guy with the drill that can pierce the heavens. A Gurren Lagann reference, if you will. Kanzaki Gallian was an interesting character to say the least. I like the display of personality from his character, making him a character that came across as someone who acted a lot more older and maturer, like a veteran, like someone who has been in the digging business for ages. And that's not really the case, but I mean, to show it off with this design, with like the beard being really over-exaggerated for a character his age, as well as the fact is, his dialogue, when he kept referring to people as greenhorns or young'uns, is a way that veterans and the older generation would talk to the younger generation. So I thought that dialogue and personality trait and design traits that they displayed from this character was interesting, and I would like to see it moving forward. It's very clear from this episode that he's also a very smart and cunning character, being that he's able to win the trust of our main characters by rescuing them from the brink of starvation. Of course, he created that situation in where our main heroes found themselves trapped in the camping lodge without food or drink, thanks to Rook. So, this ultimately reminded me of a wolf in sheep's clothing from this character, as our main cast viewed this guy as a hero who saved them and treated them with kindness, respect, and with a meal. But to us as viewers, we know the truth. We know that he wishes to destroy Rush Duels and help the Great One, aka Mutsuba Asana. Plus, the little bit of information as to why the Machine Cavalry Club wants to destroy Rush Duels was a much needed addition to the episode and a very good element added in, as it helps build up our antagonist group as we learn that the club's mission is to unearth the truth behind the great tradition of dueling. And they believe Rush Duels will tarnish that long line of tradition. To be honest though, this kind of reminded me of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan who would be like, I don't like Rush Duels because it's not the same as what I grew up with. The Yu-Gi-Oh I grew up with would never ever let you have rules like that. That's what this kind of reminded me of. Kanzaki Gallian, in that one line that he stated, did for a split second remind me of a really salty OG Yu-Gi-Oh fan that just would not give 7 a try because it was different. Now, his monster may have a poor name, poor design, but I really like the effect. I think that would be a useful and powerful effect if used correctly, like it was in this episode. Being able to flip over your opponent's face down monster cards into attack position, plus then dropping their attacks to 0, is really unique and really cool from 7's. And I love to see how Gakuto would overcome this playstyle, because we see Gakuto using a playstyle in where he sets monsters face down in the kind of few duels that we've seen him go in. So this obviously would be a hurdle that he would have to overcome, thus improving and developing Gakuto as a character. So yes, with the hint of the rivalry growing between Gakuto and Kanzaki Gallian, then I think this would be a great route to go down. After all, we have Gakuto's friends, or assistants, however you want to refer to them as, but I think they are friends, now joining the Machine Club. So this does lay down the foundation, lay down the pieces for that rivalry to be set, to be implemented. As first appearances go, I really didn't mind seeing this character, and I'll be happy to see him again, so hopefully we get more of him, because, yeah, as antagonists go, he's not the best antagonist we've had from Sevens by any stretch of the imagination, but he's certainly not the worst. Now, let's talk about the character of Ranz. She's a character that surprised me a lot in this episode, as I did not expect to enjoy her as much as I did, considering she's just been overshadowed by every other character in the series thus far. She's not really that important in the grand scheme of things when looking at the other characters, especially the background characters. Yet, I found myself gaining more and more respect and liking the character as the episode progressed. So for that fact, I have to give this episode its dues and say well done to Sevens for investing me in yet another side character. That being said, I'm still not sold on the whole Kuroko assisted gimmick with the brother and sister combo, you know, where one of them dresses up in all black and they help assist each other draw and show the cards. I don't get it, but at the same time, one thing I really did love about this character was her ace monster. Flower, Fang, Konoichi, Entrancer. This card was awesome. I really loved this card's design. It's cheeky, it's colourful, and this card reminds me of a vampire / succubus type of creature with just ninja attributes and traits, which I guess fits with this line of the card's kind of deck archetype and theme that she also uses with other cards that she has. All in all, I love this card's design. Not my favourite from Sevens, but it's up there in like my top 3. I just think it's awesome. Plus, when she had to go face down and flipped back up with a surprise attack at the end, I loved the surprised expression on the monster's face. Sevens has done this with other monsters and characters where they've been happy to attack someone else, or they've been shocked at the revelation or reveal that something has happened to them. And this was no example, no different. I loved every second of this monster being on the field. I like the fact that it can special summon another version of itself from the graveyard, but then it can't attack directly, so it's only good if you're attacking other monsters on the field to clear the way for a direct attack with another third monster. The glimpse of affection she shows towards Yuga was rather sweet in showcasing different clips of her observing him and noting down what he has been doing. Yes, I know to some this could be seen as kind of creepy, but they are kids, so it's just harmless fun. You know, Ranz doesn't know exactly what she's feeling towards Yuga at this moment in time. She still doesn't fully understand it, and she does kind of go all blushy and all red in the face whenever her brother brings up the fact that she's affectionate towards him. Yet, it's understanding that she has a lot of respect, she has a lot of gratitude, and she just genuinely is confused by Yuga in how he's managed to get by with what he's doing and all the stuff that he does, but at the same time is mutual, as in, like, she does have that respect, she does have that admiration for him, and she's thankful to the fact that she's made Gakuto a lot happier with Rush Duels and just being his friend. So for that, I think all of those elements together add up to what she's feeling towards Yuga, and yeah, you can call it shipping or love or whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, they are just kids, so it's harmless fun nevertheless. You know what isn't harmless fun? Grabbing your drone and dropping it down a hole to see how deep it goes. Poor Kaizo, but wonderful group reactions to when Yuga was doing that. The facial expressions on Rook, Ramen, and Gakuto were amazing. Just had to put that out there. And although Ranz accepting the fact that they now have to join the Machine Cavalry Duel Club, I thought was rather interesting and respectful. She honours a stipulation that she never really agreed to, in that if she lost, she had to join the club. But I'll be interested to see if this is all that happens with the character, because she could be willing to join the group with her brother to gain information and secrets and learn about the club in order to help Gakuto and Yuga when they finally have to confront this Duel Cavalry Machine Club, because they've got ninja skills. We've seen that with the way they run, with the way they jump, teleport, everything else, so they could easily use those skills to their advantage and communicate important discoveries that they find out about the group. Obviously, to them, they don't know who the leader is, but the opponent they're facing in this episode refers to the Great One. Not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but they're meaning Rokuro Isana, or Mutsuba Isana as we know her from the series at the moment. Of course, they don't know that, and neither does Team Yuga. Yuga only knows Asana as being this really kind person that allowed him to have a go on her machine. Pause. But yeah, so I think this could be a very interesting dynamic that these two characters possess and give off in helping that. Plus, again, the fact they joined helped build up the tension and the possibility of a rivalry between Gakuto and Kanzaki Galleon. Overall, I really did like this episode. I thought it was a fun comedic episode that showed off a few new characters while also developing existing characters and making the members of the Machine Cavalry Club look a bit like simps towards Asana. Yes, they are acting like simps, but I mean, I like the development and I like the kind of angle that we're seeing and the kind of showcase we get from this Machine Cavalry Club, showing off that some of their big members in the form of Kanzaki Galleon are actually, a threat. They're actually really decent at dueling. They may have monsters that look silly, and yes, they duel on their excavators, on their diggers and stuff, but I mean, hey, we've seen dueling on motorbikes, so why not duel monsters on diggers or duel monsters on machines? Not that weird, if I'm honest with you. I thought the animation was really creative in this episode, showing off different art styles, whether that be the crazy rough sketches showing off anger, the cute and colourful images, like Roman saying, Kaizo, please will you go and get help? I don't know what I did there, but you get what I mean, it's up on screen. Or when we're looking at Ranz's notes of Yuga, they just look so cute and colourful and vibrant. So yeah, basically, we do also have the basic Sevens animation that we know and love and have seen throughout consistently this series. But nothing really stuck out to me as bad. Although we had this mixture of collective art styles, I think they all kind of blended and bounced off each other really nicely. Nothing really stuck out to me and went, ugh, don't show that anymore. Even at the end where we had the kind of angry visions of our main four characters, like murdering a hole into Kaizo when he's remembering that he was meant to get help and his friends are going to be mad at him and probably dismantle him. That was awesome. It reminded me a bit of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just a tiny bit. The music and voice acting were really good in this episode. I thought that all characters played their part great. All voice actors did their characters justice. And again, that goes, for me, a little bit of ways in helping me like the character a lot more. And this actually affected when I was looking at whether or not I enjoyed Ranz's character more or whether I enjoyed Kanzaki Galleon's character more. The voice acting did help a lot. The music and sound effects were really on point in this episode. I like the machine sound effects they had. I like the dueling sound effects. The music, the kind of traditional, like almost Japanese ninja art style-y kind of Konoichi type of music they had for the ace summoning of Ranz's ace monster. I thought that was enjoyable as well. So all in all, this episode was just really fun to watch. You might think it's filler, but at the same time, I think this is quite important because they do build up characters and they build off antagonists. And as you all know, Sevens does not put anything in unnecessarily. They always add something in that helps develop the plot later on in an episode, even if it doesn't feel relevant now. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed my thoughts on this episode. I want to know what your thoughts are on the episode in the comment section down below. Let me know all your thoughts. Like the video if you did, and if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh content from myself. On that though, have a great day, have a good Christmas holidays if you are celebrating them, and of course stay safe, be happy, and I'll see you next time. Arigatou, matane, goodbye.